Hello, drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today the Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, April 10th, reveal that Matt Clark will plot a Nick Newman ambush while Adam Newman flirts with danger due to the situation with Reza Thompson. In Vegas, Reza will let Adam know that her partner is excited to meet him, so they'll lock in plans to make that happen. Reza will also suggest that if the meeting goes well, Adam could celebrate privately with her. Adam will pretend he's interested in that as he makes out with Reza again, but he obviously doesn't want to take things any further with her. That would be a major betrayal of Chelsea Lawson, so Nick will question Adam later about how far he's willing to go when it comes to this Reza mess. As for Matt, he'll find out which hotel suite belongs to Nick and plan himself there for an ambush. Matt will be tucked out of sight when Nick comes through the door, but Nick will seem like he knows something's amiss. Even so, Matt will be ready to ambush his enemy, so a sneak attack is on the way. It looks like Matt may manage to throw a bag over Nick's head as he gains the upper hand, but some drugs may be involved, too. Back in Genoa City, Y&R spoilers say Chelsea and Sharon Newman will grow even more concerned about all the Vegas chaos. If Sharon and Chelsea can't get in touch with Nick and Adam for too long, that'll add to their worries. Chelsea and Sharon may ultimately decide to travel to Vegas themselves if they can't handle the waiting any longer. Over with Lily Winters, she'll approach Holden Novak to discuss their half-sibling status. Lily will understand that Holden's head must be spinning, but she'll deliver a heartfelt plea for him to save Malcolm Winters if possible. Once Holden's results come in, he may deliver news about being a bone marrow donor match. Lily may hope Holden's willing to move forward with the procedure and give Malcolm a real chance at survival. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Lily and Holden will have so much to talk about, so don't miss their next conversation. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for the week of April 13th to 17th, 2026. Fans can expect Matt Clark to throw a curveball. Could Malcolm Winters find a match? Plus, Patty Williams continues making a mess of Jack Abbott's life. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Holden Novak's tough decision. Let's start off with Malcolm, who needs a stem cell donor to help treat his aplastic anemia. Lily Winters is not an option due to her own health history. That means Stephanie Simmons had to tell Malcolm and Holden the truth about their connection. So, now Holden has a lot to process as well as a tough decision to make. Will he get tested to see if he's a match? Claire Grace Newman's support Holden will open up to Claire Grace Newman about his family's bombshells and tough decisions. I could see Claire saying he doesn't have to help now, but just see if there is a match. Once the results come in, then Holden can take the next step. Claire might also reason that Holden will always regret not helping if Malcolm dies. That is a weight that nobody wants on their shoulders. Patty Williams' Mess the Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of April 13th reveal that Patty will continue making a mess out of Jack's life. The night on the yacht was one thing. However, now Patty is getting under Diane Jenkins Abbott's skin. The lady also won't leave Jack alone. The harder Jack tries to get Diane back, the messier Patty will make things. Billy Abbott's London return fans should also see Billy Abbott and Sally Spectre return from their London trip. Will Billy have made things right with Jill Abbott? Matt Clark's madness. As for Matt, he will continue zeroing in on Nick Newman. While Adam Newman is using Reza Thompson to get intel about Matt, the villain probably already knows. What are the chances that Reza ends up dead? That would have Adam and Nick both panicking, as they definitely have things to hide. Between Adam's gambling games and Nick's addiction, Matt could have the upper hand right now. So stay tuned. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of April 13th, 2026? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, April 9th, suggest some major moments in the land of Genoa City. Two exes rehash the past, while someone turns to a loved one for guidance. Plus, a character has a change of heart. What's on the horizon for Thursday? Time to find out. Key takeaways. A past romance is revisited. Claire begins to see someone differently. Lily seeks guidance from a trusted ally. Emotions and secrets drive new drama. Read spoilers for the last episode of Y&R. Emotional reunion, temptation, shocking secret. Read spoilers for Y&R. Week of April 6th. Matt versus Nick, 2 returns, Holden sacrifice romance rehash The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, April 9th, imply that Dr. Stephanie Simmons and Malcolm Winters will talk about the romance. It sounds like there's a good chance some old video clips will be shown as the exes chat about what went right and what went wrong during their 1990s relationship. Claire Newman sees a new side to Holden Novak across town. Claire Newman will see a new side to Holden Novak. Holden's entire life has changed in a matter of hours, not only finding out that Malcolm is his real dad, but that Lily Winters is his sister. Not to mention the fact that Malcolm needs a bone marrow transplant, and Holden may be the only person who can save him. Claire recently nixed the idea of a relationship with Holden, even though the man is still very smitten with her. Could she have a change of heart after seeing a softer, more vulnerable side to Holden? Plus, now that he's a Winters man, the Newman family would probably approve, right? Related links, The Young and the Restless, next 2 weeks YNR weekly comings and goings YNR 2026 spoilers, exciting new Beyond the Gates spoilers YNR spoilers. Holden becomes Malcolm's bone marrow donor. Subscribe to Soap Opera Spy newsletter. Lily Winters seeks guidance finally. The Young and the Restless spoilers for April 9th reveal that Lily will turn to Tracy Abbott for guidance. Tracy and Lily have always had such a special bond, since Lily was Colleen Carlton's best friend until the day the young woman passed away. While Lily may not know about Holden yet, her world is spinning knowing that Malcolm has aplastic anemia, and she can't do anything to help. Originally, it was thought that Lily could donate her bone marrow to save her biological dad. However, she learned shortly afterwards that because of her cancer and chemotherapy, she was not a viable donor. Will Tracy offer the words Lily needs to be comforted? Probably. Tracy always knows exactly what to say to her loved ones to make them feel better. Are you excited about Thursday's show? Join the conversation below. Watch YNR Daily to catch all the drama in Genoa City and visit this site often for the best Young and the Restless news, spoilers, and updates. Love The Young and the Restless? Join our official Young and Restless Facebook group for daily spoilers, recaps, breaking news, and exclusive updates. Jump into lively discussions with fellow soap fans who love the drama as much as you do. In Genoa City, the past has a way of resurfacing when it's least expected, and for many, the weight of old decisions begins to feel heavier than ever. Recent events stir up memories that refuse to stay buried, forcing several key figures to confront choices they once believed were settled. As emotions intensify, the need for guidance becomes impossible to ignore, and in the midst of uncertainty, a surprising shift in perspective begins to take shape. For one central figure, the journey begins with an unexpected return to unresolved history. What once felt distant and manageable now feels immediate and overwhelming. Memories that had been carefully tucked away begin to resurface in vivid detail, bringing with them a mixture of regret, longing, and confusion. Conversations with others only deepen this internal struggle, as differing viewpoints challenge long-held beliefs. This process of revisiting the past isn't simply about nostalgia, it's about accountability. There are moments when the truth becomes unavoidable, when actions that once seemed justified are now seen through a different lens. The realization is unsettling. It raises questions about whether things could have turned out differently, whether better choices might have prevented the current turmoil. At the same time, relationships begin to strain under the pressure of these revelations. Old wounds, never fully healed, are reopened. Misunderstandings resurface, and long-standing tensions come bubbling to the surface. What makes it even more complicated is that everyone involved carries their own version of the past, their own interpretation of what happened and why. In one particularly intense exchange, 2 individuals find themselves rehashing events that changed the course of their lives. The conversation starts cautiously, but quickly escalates as emotions take over. Accusations are made, defenses are raised, and the truth becomes tangled in layers of pain and perception. Neither side is entirely wrong, yet neither is fully willing to concede. What emerges from this confrontation is not resolution, but clarity. For the first time, both parties begin to understand the depth of the impact their actions had, not just on themselves, but on each other. It's a painful realization, but also a necessary one. Without it, there can be no path forward. Elsewhere, another character finds themselves at a crossroads, unsure of what direction to take. Faced with a difficult decision, they begin to seek guidance from someone they trust, someone who has weathered their own share of storms and emerged with hard-earned wisdom. This mentor figure doesn't offer easy answers. Instead, they ask probing questions, encouraging reflection rather than dictating a course of action. The guidance provided is both comforting and challenging. It emphasizes the importance of honesty, not just with others, but with oneself. It highlights the need to let go of fear and to embrace the possibility of change, even when that change feels daunting. Most importantly, it underscores the idea that the past, while influential, does not have to define the future. These conversations leave a lasting impression. The individual seeking advice begins to see their situation in a new light, recognizing patterns they hadn't noticed before. They start to understand how their own choices, shaped by past experiences, have led them to this moment. And with that understanding comes the realization that they have the power to choose differently moving forward. Meanwhile, in another corner of Genoa City, a surprising change of heart begins to unfold. A character who has long been set in their ways, confident in their decisions and unwavering in their stance, starts to question everything. It begins subtly, with small moments of doubt that creep in despite their best efforts to ignore them. At first, they push these feelings aside, convinced that staying the course is the right thing to do. But the doubts persist. Interactions with others begin to chip away at their certainty. Words that might once have been dismissed now linger, prompting deeper reflection. Situations that once seemed black and white reveal shades of gray. Slowly but surely, the foundation of their convictions begins to shift. This internal conflict is not easy to navigate. It requires humility to admit that one might have been wrong, courage to consider a different perspective, and strength to act on that realization. There are moments of resistance where the pull of old habits threatens to override this emerging awareness. But something has changed and it cannot be undone. The turning point comes during a quiet, introspective moment. Alone with their thoughts, this character finally allows themselves to fully confront the truth they've been avoiding. They acknowledge the consequences of their actions, the ways in which their decisions have affected others, and the possibility that a different approach might lead to a better outcome. It's not a dramatic revelation, but it's a profound one. From that moment on, their behavior begins to shift. It's subtle at first, small gestures, changes in tone, a willingness to listen where there was once only insistence on being heard. Those around them notice the difference, though some remain skeptical, unsure whether this change is genuine or temporary. Trust, after all, is not easily rebuilt. Still, the effort is there, and that matters. It opens the door to conversations that might not have been possible before, creating opportunities for healing and reconciliation. It also sets an example, showing that change is possible, even for those who once seemed incapable of it. As these various threads unfold, a common theme emerges: the importance of growth. Each character, in their own way, is being challenged to evolve, to move beyond the limitations of their past, and to embrace the possibility of something new. It's not a smooth or straightforward process. There are setbacks, moments of doubt, and instances where old patterns threaten to resurface. But there is also progress. The act of rehashing the past, while painful, serves a purpose. It brings hidden truths to light, fosters understanding, and lays the groundwork for change. Seeking guidance provides direction and perspective, helping individuals navigate the complexities of their situations. And a change of heart, perhaps the most difficult of all, represents the willingness to grow and to make different choices. Together, these elements create a powerful narrative, one that speaks to the resilience of the human spirit and the capacity for transformation. In the end, the story is not just about what happened before, but about what comes next. It's about taking the lessons of the past and using them to build a better future. It's about recognizing that while mistakes cannot be undone, their impact can be reshaped through honesty, effort, and a commitment to change. And as the residents of Genoa City continue to navigate their intertwined lives, one thing becomes clear: The journey toward understanding, healing, and growth is ongoing. It requires patience, courage, and above all, the willingness to face the truth, even when it's difficult. Because sometimes the most meaningful change begins not with a dramatic event, but with a simple decision to see things differently and to act on that new understanding.